Bryant defending. Shaw steps into a three. Got it! 52-50 UNLV. They're on their feet now on senior day.
I would get Neville a touch every possession right now. Not only as a scorer, but as a passer.
Brown trying to use the glass. Shaw ahead to Terry. Curtis Terry doing most of the ball handling here in the second half. Skips it out to Bailey. Rutledge, open look at a three. Green steps in for the rebound.
Yeah. Let me say it again. You've got the hammer, use it. And I'm sure that Jim Boylan is going to set something up to get his big man a touch in the low post.
Jim Boylan calls a timeout. 6:22 remaining here in the Thomas & Mack Center. 52-50. UNLV back with the lead as Curtis Terry and Matt Shaw have shot the Rebels back into this one. Back inside one of the best show places in all of college basketball, the Thomas & Mack Center. 52-50 UNLV in a good one with the Utah Utes. They like their head coach here, Lon Kruger. Apparently some other folks do. He is a finalist for the Henry Ibo Award.
Yeah, and Lon Kruger has some coaching genius in him. And all these coaches are doing their best work right now to get into the NCAA tournament. And I put UNLV as one of the teams that is on the bubble. You have to be able to finish strong. No matter where he's been, his teams always do two things well. They protect the ball and they play maniacal defense. Kansas State, Illinois, Florida, NBA, they always play hard on the defensive end. That's what Lon Kruger does.
Utah with a basketball. 6:16 left.
Does Neville get a touch? Absolutely.
Utah likes to work that offense through him. He's trying to step to the double team, and Terry comes up with a rebound, tripped up, and a battle for the ball results in a held ball, and Utah has the possession arrow. Timeout on the floor. Again, a 2-point lead for UNLV. More from Vegas after this. Lead for UNLV. Utah under Jim Boylan trying to come back in this one. It's been a great ball game here today. Let's take a look at our Avis defensive play of the game. Luke Neville with the block on Rene Rougeau. And he has been outstanding with 15 points, 5 rebounds. In his 46th block of the year, Luke Neville gives us our Avis defensive play of the game.
Before the game, Jim Boylan said that we have really concentrated on taking our big man and transforming him into a stopper, a shot blocker. He has 50 more blocks this year than he did last year. And everything that Boylan does is to treat him like they used to treat Akeem Olajuwon on the defensive end when he was an assistant coach with the Rockets.
Under 6 minutes left. And come right down to it today. Neville launched it out of bounds, and the ball back to UNLV.
Tim, doesn't this game feel like it's going to come down to a final possession where somebody has to make a play to win?
It certainly does. And just to think, next week during the conference tournament and the championships will bring you on versus between the men and the women. They're going to have 16 of these.
Now, BYU is the favorite. Both of these teams could be playing them.
Curtis Terry lines up a three. Terry with 19 points, and it's a 5-point UNLV lead. UNLV on a 6-0 run right now. Lob for Neville. It's what they've been looking for all day. And Neville was 17.
Adjustment. I'd be interested to see if they go right back to that play again.
Utah's bench is outscoring UNLV's 31-9, but it's a little skewed with Neville getting credit for bench points. Sean Green commits the foul for Utah, his second. And Utah with the 6th team foul, so no more to give for the Utes. Next one will put UNLV in the bonus. Wink Adams at the line. He has 8 points. He is now all alone in 15th place all time on UNLV's scoring list, just passing Glenn Gondrezick, who is the radio analyst for UNLV. Gondrezick was a member of the 1977 Final Four team.
Glenn has his number retired, Tim. Does that mean that Wink Adams may have his number retired as well someday?
Wink has another year, and the next guy on the list to catch is J.R. Ryder. He needs about 65 more points to catch him. So next year might tell that tale. There's Durcha. Kicks it back for Neville, and Neville's fouled. Count the basket. He'll go to the line for a possible three-point play.
Oh, yeah, and when you coach in the NBA, one of the things you learn is that when a play works, you go right back to it. Double high post. They got a dunk for Neville. They go right back to it. Last two sequences, Jim Boylan, a coaching Picasso.
And Neville makes it a three-point game. Two-point game, beg your pardon, 57-55. 4 minutes, 20 seconds to go. Terry up. Getting a screen from Rougeau. Draws the double. Durcha almost tied him up. Rougeau underneath. Had a block from behind by Neville. Second chance basket. This is the fun time of a college basketball game now. The final 4 minutes. A close one like this. Durcha for Green. Lobs inside. There's Neville again for the two-handed flush. Luke Neville now 22 points. His season high is 26. Had that against the Rebels on the 6th of February.
Utah has been much more successful with Neville by moving him around. The double team is not able to be a factor.
A whistle on the floor, and UNLV wants a timeout to talk this one over with a 2-point lead and 3:22 to go, as UNLV and Utah have given us a good one today. Well, you can go for 2, you can go for 3, or you can go for 8. The PBR on Versus, where the best Cowboys tangle with the rankest Bulls every week. Tonight at 8, watch the Cabela's Classic from Kansas City live, only on Versus. Those guys are tough. They do that a lot in this very arena here in December of the National Finals Rodeos here. See a lot of that. The whiteout game today. It's a tradition that started under Lon Kruger.
Look at Curtis Terry's shoes. He made a nice adjustment. Early in the game, he just wasn't feeling it. He had the wrong shoes on, so he went to change them. And since then, he shot the ball better. He's 5 for 10 from the field. He's got 16 points. He's helped out with 10 assists in this contest. I didn't know a pair of shoes could make such a huge difference.
Wink Adams with the basketball. Another double-figure game for him, the 27th of his season.
Is it true that at halftime you went and put on a pair of loafers?
Whatever it takes. There's the pull-up, and Adams with 12. Probably took the penny out for good luck. 4 points, the advantage. Bryant lost the dribble, now Neville. Guns the pass to Green off the glass and good. Sean Green with another bucket. Green, his first basket of the game. Sean Green, relatively quiet today, averages just under 8 points a game, and he's only got 2. And that's been a factor that he has not been able to score for the Utes.
Yeah, especially because he was so good in this building last year.
Wide open is Rougeau. 3. No. Airmailed it. And Shaw picks up the loose ball.
That shot clock.
It's down to 3. Terry fires it up there, never hit the rim, so it's a shot.